During the last 10 years, the price of fuel has been quickly rising at an astrologically undetermined rate. Money has poured into oil wells and oil has poured out, bringing more and more money as prices soared. And with a massive amount of capital floating around, not creating jobs or anything, it was free to invest in the ever-rising price of fuel. And with everybody having to get to work and make plastics and fertilise their lawns with petroleum products, the demand went on and on and up and up and up, particularly with the Chinese busy buying more and more cars. And so the price of oil soared. And that caused many car companies to start building more efficient cars and stop building gigantic V8s with mighty engines that got shitty mileage. And still the price soared. And with the price of oil reliably going up and up and up, investment companies and banks started buying up all the oil and storing it up wherever they could find some tanks. And even when they ran out of tanks, they took the lead of that guy who was not Lex Luthor in Superman 3 and loaded all the tankers they could find and parked them out at sea, waiting for the price to rise. And while all the big businessmen who know what they are doing are buying more and more oil, the small ranchers were borrowing more and more money to try to strike oil while the price was constantly rising. And an oil glut started showing up in the Midwest, but the Keystone XL pipeline was getting ready for approval to sell it on the international market and caused the price to rise in the Midwest again. But there was a problem. All those damn hatchbacks and priuses started to not use as much fuel as the mighty V8s, and all of a sudden there was way too much fuel out there. The market began to panic, but those who borrowed money to buy oil rigs could not simply shut down production. They had to pay off the banks, and the banks had to sell off all this oil as they parked it out on the oceans. Oil crash had begun. The price cratered, and they had to sell at all costs. And production costs started to exceed market costs, but that's great for the consumer, isn't it? They are finally able to ditch the tiny little cars for gigantic smoking land yachts and military-style sports utility vehicles. You can hear the fuel being banned in those muscular, mighty V8 engines. Yes, leave your hatchbacks at home and consume all the oil you can. The bankers need to soak up all that fuel because bankers need bonuses. How else can they afford to buy next year's yachts?